guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to come on and connect with you guys about how you can help connect with your foster child or any child in this case. But specifically I'm talking about adopted children or foster care children. And we have had several children coming through our home, foster care children, but also we have adopted a few children as well, and we're about to adopt 2 more children. And we have come up with some tips and tricks. By all means, we are not perfect parents. I'm not saying that at all, but we found out some ways that we can connect with these kids that really help every single day. And so I know that you mamas out there, you papas out there are extremely busy. You have full-time jobs. You do work outside the home, like just different things that you're doing. You have things that are going on at church, but this first tip for me is like the most important tip, and that is to connect with your child every single day. And that's what this whole video is about, is connecting with that little person in your house, making sure they are okay, making sure that they're doing okay with their life. And it could be really simple as giving them a smile in the morning and multiple times throughout the day, making eye contact with them every single day. Just different things like that. It's so simple, but it's so important, so huge for these children to know that every day you are connecting with them. It's not enough just to have a good afternoon with your children. It helps you to connect with your children, but every day in some way you need to connect with these children. These children are coming from trauma. They're coming from situations that are like you can't even imagine, like going through some of those things. And if you look back at some of my other videos, I'll link it down below, but it's like you can experience trauma along with your children in foster care. It's so like heartbreaking, like hearing their stories and different things like that, but you have to be there for these children. You have to be there every single day. When they wake up in the morning, be like, hi, I love you, good to see you, I hope you have a good day, I'll see you later. You know, like making sure that they know every day that you're going to see them later, that you're going to come back, that everything is going to be good in their life, that they don't have to go to another home right then if it depends on you. It's very important that every single day you have that connection with them. Also, it's so important in the beginning of the day, but after school, when they come home from school, if you see them, say, hey, how was your day at school? You don't, when they come in, you don't just start yelling at them about things they haven't done. You don't start yelling at them about things that is a mess in the house or something that happened in the past. You just make sure that they are connected. You make sure they are fed. Give them a snack quickly. Let them feel loved. Let them feel celebrated. Let them feel like, oh, like you're just patting them on the head, like I love you, I love you, I love you. Like they need that affirmation every single day. It's so important for these kids, and I can see it on my kids' face when I do that. It lights them up. It sets them up for a better day. We have less tantrums that way. Yeah, it's so important. And as you know, kids that are in foster care or adopted we believe that we should parent them differently than kids that were like birthed biologically, because they need more grace. Each children have a different like way of dealing with things that is different from the other child. Even we have 4 different children in our home, and each of them have completely different ways of dealing with trauma than the other person. And some of them are siblings, you know, and so they came from the same situation, but every single person is different. Every single person is unique. Every single person has a way of doing things that is so unique to them. And so also, here's my next point, is have dinner with your children every single day if you can help it. Some way, even if you're eating out, connect. So at the family table, say, how was your day today? What happened at school? What happened in my life? I share something from my life. I listen to their life. What did you do in gym class? What did you do in music class? What is something good that happened today? Trying to recognize that there is something good to look for in every single day. I try to share something that I even struggled with that day, and I let them share something that they struggled with that day. Trying to make it a positive environment, even if they're sharing something negative, to feel safe and feel like they can connect with us and they can come to us with their problems. The whole family is listening on them. They are important. They are valued. They are important. They are valued. And then lastly, at the end of the day, is so important as well. At night, when you're putting them to bed, make sure you're with them every single time. You pray for them. Let them have that routine where they pray. However you want to do it. If you don't like want to pray, just have them connect. Like have them say something that they're thankful for, and then you say something that you're thankful for. Connect in that way. Let them share. Let them say things. Like sometimes in night prayers, I hear their heart more than anything when they're praying, when they're saying like, hey, like, I hope that I don't get in trouble tomorrow, or hey, I hope that mommy feels better, or hey, I pray that you would heal my biological mom so that she can get better. Their heart comes out in those moments, and it's so powerful. Having those moments of connection, like if you can connect with them, it doesn't have to be a long ordeal where you play games for 4 or 5 hours or something like that. It doesn't have to be like that at all. You should do those things, that sometimes you should have these family events where you do plan these things, but everyday connection, eye contact, smile, depending on the children, like whatever their love language is, connect with that person in your home. Sometimes we forget that children are people. They have feelings, they have emotions, especially adopted children, foster children. They have so many emotions welling up inside of them, and they deal with them all differently. Some examples of how my children deal with things differently is one son, he holds everything in, sometimes breaks out in hives, and how to temper that is to put him in his bed, and calm him down, and put like some oils on him. I would do essential oils, like some stress relief oil on him, and pray for him, touch him, let him know he's safe, and then he calms down and the hives go away. It's all stress induced. It's not anything from like laundry soap or anything. That's all completely stress. And then I have another child in our home that completely explodes when they have something going on in their life, when they don't get their way or something like that. They explode in inner anger, and they express themselves in anger. And so that's a different way of dealing with it. So they need, what do they need? They need affirmation. They say something really mean to self, like, I hate myself. No, that's not true. Stop saying that about my son. I love you, and you can't say that about my son. So we address those things. Make sure every time they say something negative, we try to say something positive on top of that. After you just don't want to have them release those truths that are lies over their lives. You want to release the truths over their lives. So whenever they say a lie, you say the truth. And so each child is different. Like I said, I can't give you a blanket statement of how to connect with each one, especially with trauma. It's so messy. There's not like a surefire way of dealing with it. But I just encourage you to like pray and ask God to help you figure out what is going on with your child. Ask him, like, hey, like, is this something that every child deals with, or is this something with a child that trauma deals with, or is it just a mixture of everything? So those are my tips. Those are my tricks. We are connecting every day. I'm not perfect at this, like I said, but I have learned a few things along the way to connect with each child in each age group. If you have any other tips, please put them down below. I would love to hear from you about your tips and your tricks on how to deal with your foster children, your adopted children, even your biological children. If you have any other advice, please, I welcome that. I love it to be a forum down there for people to connect about foster care, about adoption. So anyways, I just like had that burning on my heart this morning. I wanted to share that with you guys about connecting with your kids. It's so important. Every single day, look them in the eye, smile at them, tell them you love them. It's really important. But anyways, I hope you guys have the best day ever, and I'll see you next time. Bye!